Being an entrepreneur is not as easy as everybody make it seem. Sometimes working a 9 to 5 is what you need in the moment. People rush to become entrepreneurs, but they don't want to sit down and really think about the responsibility and the accountability that they're going to have to take being an entrepreneur. And we're going to talk about some things today, and let's see if y'all agree. So the first thing people will always think, that people that's entrepreneurs, we always got money. And many people just automatically think that being an entrepreneur means that you have money. You have access to so much money, but they don't understand that you putting out a lot more. You're investing into something, so you're putting out to receive in the long run. You know, it's not an instant sell, client. No. Many days you will go without clients. Many days, even months. I heard stories of people going without clients for years, and then the third year, the fourth year, business grows from there. Let's say you got a business 7 days a week, right? Monday through Friday, it's nothing. Your business did not bring in a single dollar, right? But Saturday and Sunday, your business could bring in thousands of dollars. Sometimes the time is just not right being an entrepreneur. If you snap out of it so fast and you don't trust the process, you'll lose out on the big bucks. You know, you'll lose out on the potential clients that would have came in when the time is right. It's like a tree cutting company, right? I remember I was working in PA and it was a storm. A lot of trees down. The tree cutting companies that was out there, they made thousands. I know they got rich off of that because there was so many trees down. But just think about throughout the years when there's no storms. Where their money coming from? Do you think that people is calling them to cut down trees as much as they gonna call when the storm come? No. So when that storm came, those people, those companies was up. You know, they was out there making money. Before them storms came, they was sitting there waiting. They was sitting there patient. But if they would have gave up on their business, then they wouldn't have made no money when the storm comes. Sometimes they need you when the time is right. But most importantly, if you're not strong enough to really, when there's nothing there to keep going, then being an entrepreneur is just not for you. I'm just telling you right now. If you being an entrepreneur and you thinking about money, take a step back and evaluate certain things before you get into that lifestyle. I always tell people to work a 9 to 5 to fund your business. If you didn't start a business, you don't got an LLC or anything like that, still collect the money and put it aside so that when you want to become an entrepreneur, you'll be able to reach those funds and invest in the things that you need to start. You don't want to just quit your job and you don't have no money to invest. How are you going to start a business if you don't have no money to invest? So you got to really sit down and plan this out. The first thing I just wanted to talk about was the money part. Everybody think that you always rich, but that's really not the case. The second thing I want to talk about is being responsible and accountable and reliable. As an entrepreneur, you have to be those things. You know, it's no days off. People think that when you're an entrepreneur, you got days off. No, the grind is non-stop. You're working for yourself, you're working for your brand, you're working for your own company, you got a corporation, whatever it is. The grind is non-stop. People think that, oh, you take vacations, you lay back. No, because the whole time I'm on vacation, but I'm on my laptop making plays. You know, I'm on my laptop making sure my operation is running smooth. Being an entrepreneur is it's no breaks. You know, it's no getting comfortable, because the moment you get comfortable is the moment that things start slacking. You know, things start falling off. So if you're not a responsible person and you're not ready to take accountability, because it's just you, right? It's just you. Let's talk about it's just you. And it's just you and your business. If you're not ready to take all the accountability and the responsibility to run that business, then just relax and wait. I'm not saying wait too long, but at least gain some type of gratitude to becoming that person that's like, I don't want to say perfect, but you got to have the perfect customer service. That you got to be able to just deal with so many more things than when you work at a job. When you work at a job, you walk in, you work, you leave. Sometimes the manager might complain. Sometimes people might complain that you're not working hard, but it's just a job, you know? You get fired from there, you apply to the next job. What really opened my eyes about becoming an entrepreneur is talking to certain people at my old jobs, you know, just talking to them. I remember working for Amazon at a warehouse. I was just conversating with a friend of mine. He was older too, and he was there. He said, oh yeah, I got 20 more years to go. I said, huh? He said, I got 20 more years to go till I can retire, and I'm gonna just be debt free. I'm gonna just collect my 401 and I'll be fine. I said, wait, you plan on working at Amazon for the rest of your life? He said, yeah, what's wrong with that? And I just thought to myself, like, I didn't say anything to him. I just thought to myself, like, wow, people really will be okay with working for somebody else for the rest of their lives. Like, it's sad that people are so talented. People have so many things that they could do and use that 9-to-5 money to invest in and then make generational wealth and become a multi-millionaire off of just the strength of their creations, but they're trapped at these jobs like Amazon, Target, and things like that, and their mindset is just so trapped in. They're stuck in a rat race, you know? They're not willing to take that risk and to, you know, to start their own thing and, you know, to trust themselves and trust the process. And it's like, I understand those people that's doing it for the moment. I understand the people that gotta go hustle at the moment, like I said, to fund or even stack up to work towards your goals. Yeah, I understand those people that's in it and they know that that's not the end. That's not the end for them. You know, I understand those people, but I just don't understand the people that work at these jobs at McDonald's and they there for 15, 20, 25 years. And it's like, yo, when do you get the gratitude to leave and start your own stuff? Why are you comfortable with working for somebody else for the rest of your life? Like, you really stuck in a rat race chasing the cheese, all because they're giving you a $2 raise, a $1 raise. You losing out on time. Time is not real. Time is not a thing. Time does not exist. You know, the man made time just to control us, but I'm talking about the time here now, especially if you have kids. I used to always think like that. Like, I go into work 10 hours, I get off, I see my kids, they sleep, I wake up in the morning, take them to school, then I'm to work, then it's the same cycle, and it's just repeating and repeating and repeating. And I think to myself, like, man, this job is really taking a lot of my time away from things that matter to me, like my children. You know, they mean so much to me, you know, so it's either a job or them. If you pick them over a job, how could you take care of them, right? That's where the trusting in yourself and trusting in your ideas and getting creative come into play. Because you can't quit your job, now you don't got no money to take care of your kids. But if you quit your job with an idea and you put that idea forth and you actually step towards that idea, then guess what? Their future is bright. You can teach your children not to work for somebody else. You can hand your children down your hard work. Everything that you grinded for, everything that you did, all your ideas, you can give that right to your children. And you can teach them how to be bosses, entrepreneurs, leaders, not workers. You want to teach your kids how to be leaders. Like, you don't want to teach them to be followers. You want to teach them leaders. So that was my whole mindset. And let me tell you this, I just recently had a job. Just last week, I had a 9-to-5 job, right? But it was taking so much away from me. You know, I felt like I was wasting so much time there because I do a lot of different things. So I'm like, man, I'm at a job that's really taking a lot of time from me where I can go and work for myself and make at least somewhere near the same amount of money. $20 an hour, that's not bad. You can beat that. You know, you can beat $20 an hour. And you're working 40 hours a week, so that's about $1,000, $800 check after taxes. You can get that, you know, and it's all about you sitting down and really coming up with a plan. I said I have to really start taking the time to invest in myself again, you know, because there was a time where I was an entrepreneur for a long time. Well, what I told y'all before, when you don't get no clients and you got bills and everything like that, you can't really depend on it. Money started running low, I started to panic. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to warn y'all about being an entrepreneur. It's not what you think. If you really committed to it and 100%, you gotta make sure that you committed to it to the point where you set up. And me, every time I made money, I spent it. You know, I didn't invest it or put it to the side to where that money would come back to me more. You know, I did the work, I got paid, I paid bills, I took my kids out, I bought them stuff, you know, I did everything. And months and months and months went by that my investments that I saved and everything went just like that. I panicked, you know, I panicked. So I ended up having to go back and get a job. So I got the job, I was working there, and, you know, I was just there for months, you know, but I was an entrepreneur at one point, just entrepreneur, waking up. That's a luxury. The luxury of being an entrepreneur is you really have your own schedule, especially if you're working for yourself. You really have your own schedule. But don't get me wrong, you still gotta work. That grind is nonstop, like I said earlier, but you still have your own schedule. I was waking up, playing with my kids, taking them to school, picking them up from school. No, I was not at work. Playing with them, then taking them to the park, talking to them, you know, just interacting with them a lot more once I left the job. And the time that I left the job, I had to make sure that I had enough money to do it, you know, and I had enough time, and I was really going to be committed to what I was doing, you know, because I wasn't committed before, you know, I was halfway in, halfway out. Another thing I want to talk about, I almost hit on it just now. I want to talk about the support system, right? When I had an idea, well, let me just not talk about me right now. When you want to be an entrepreneur, it's not a lot of people that's going to listen to your ideas, listen to your goals, listen to what you got to say, and be all in 100%. It's a couple people that will do that, and I'm living proof of that. Listen, I told a bunch of my friends, been telling them for years. I've been telling my family, one ear out the other. When they got closer to me wanting to do it, and I said, man, I'm just gonna do it. I told them again, no feedback, no support, nobody like, all right, man, you going all out, you gonna do that, let me go all out with you, and we gonna go, we gonna bump, we gonna, you feel me, we gonna put together, we gonna get this, get that, we gonna do this, we gonna grind. I didn't have that. And when you become an entrepreneur, having a good support system is always the best thing. So if you're thinking about becoming an entrepreneur, you gotta make sure that you have some sort of support system. But let me tell you something. The only support system that you truly need is yourself. Yes, it's yourself. If you have an idea and nobody want to agree with you, nobody want to say that it's a good idea, as long as it's your idea and that you know everything and you have the plan and that's what you want to do, go for it. You don't need a million people saying, hey. You don't need a million people saying, oh, here, get this, that, and the third. You don't need a million people saying, yes, that's a good idea. That's clapping for you. Get out there and get it done. No matter if it's you, by yourself, you and your brother, if it's two of y'all, whatever, you and your friend and your brother, if it's three of y'all, that's all you need, you know? But really, all you need is yourself. And that's really all I had. All I had was myself. Nobody really went all out to like really support me in wanting to become a full-out entrepreneur. My father, you know, when he was here, well, he's still here in the spirit, you know, and I want to talk about my father. I want to make another video dedicated to my father. You know, I get emotional and stuff, but, you know, he always told me to start. You know, he always said, just start. And I always procrastinated, but once he transitioned, you know, that really pushed me harder, you know, to start doing this. You know, I wasn't doing this like accent walls and painting and stuff. Like, I wasn't really doing that. Like my I call it Jeffrey Renovations. That's my father's name, you know. So I'm really doing it, and I'm really honoring him by really putting my foot down and really getting it done, because I was waiting. I was like, yo, I need a support system. I want a team. I want all my friends from the block. I want my brothers. I want this to be a big thing for everybody. But, you know, waiting around, it delayed me starting. You know, I wish I would have did it while he was here. You know, I wish I would have did it while he was present. He's here, present. Like I said, he's here. He ain't go nowhere. He left the physical, but I wish that I would have did it while he was here in the physical, you know, while he was in this form. But I know he's proud of me right now. I know he's watching me, you know. And, you know, that was my support system, my father, you know. And literally, when he passed, when he transitioned, something came to me, like, start, you know. So when I was grieving, I really took the time to really just start. I just started in the house. If you look on my YouTube, if you look back to my shorts, if you see the gray and the white and the accent wall, that was all my house, you know. So I started there. I started repairing things in my house, you know. I got that vision from him, you know. He gave me that talk one time, you know. He told me to just start, you know, and that's what I remember. So if you want to be an entrepreneur, I want y'all to understand, but I want y'all to overstand and understand that a support system is really needed, you know. And what I mean by support system, when I say support system, don't think like 100 people or 10 people or a lot of people supporting you. No, I mean like yourself. You got to really know that you want this. You got to really support yourself in the good, the bad, the ugly, you know. You got to really be there, be present with yourself, and really encourage yourself to keep going, because it's rough. It's rough, and if you don't do it now, you'll procrastinate, and 10 years will pass, you know, and that'll be the end of the story, you know. So I just want y'all to know that. So we hit on the money thing, people thinking that everything is about money and that you rich and becoming an entrepreneur makes you rich. We hit on, you know, working a 9 to 5 to fund your business. You know, we just hit on a support system. Now I'm just trying to think of other things that people might not really know before they jump into entrepreneurship. They just think that it's a nice and easy switch, you know, switch and I'm this, switch and then I'm that. Nah, it takes a lot of work, takes a lot of courage, you know, to do it. But I encourage you all, this is not a video to scare you away from becoming an entrepreneur. I'm just giving you the heads up of what people really not going to talk about. They're not going to talk about when it comes to the process of becoming an entrepreneur, how much you got to grow, how much you got to take in. Oh yeah. So I said earlier, I was talking about reliability and responsibility, and that's real. Everything is on you. If you don't file your LLC right, if you don't do things with the government, the IRS and everything, that's all going to come back on you. When you're applying for these loans and stuff like that, you got to make sure that you on your stuff. You got to be responsible. If you want to go to somebody's house and do some work in their house and something fall and break their leg or something like that, they coming for you. They coming for your business. They coming for everything that you have. So you got to make sure that your customer service is everything. Make sure that, one, you know what you're doing, right? But two, make sure that you are well prepared for anything. You got to make sure you're well prepared for anything. You don't want to have no negative feedback on your business. You want to make sure that you're not going to be cussing out your clients. You're not going to be talking crazy to your clients. You want to make sure that you ain't going around nothing, skipping, trying to not pay taxes, none of that. You don't want no trouble when it comes to your business. You got to make sure that you're on top of that. Like really, really, really be on top of being on top of that. On top of that, on top of that. It's no bottom when it's coming to entrepreneur. No. When you're an entrepreneur, everything is the top. You're on top. So always fight to respond to those customers. Always fight to have a fast reply time when people's contacting you. Always get on YouTube and look up things that if you don't know something about when you're filling out these forms and stuff like that, when you're filing for our LLC and stuff like that, make sure you get on YouTube and do that extra research. Top. You want to find the top research. Go on TikTok. All these platforms that's here to help you. It's people that have been through you. It's people that's making videos just like this that's going to help you. And me, I was once an entrepreneur, but right now I'm just, focusing on what I got to focus on, what's in front of me. Everything is a journey for me, so I'm just giving y'all the experiences of what I went through, and I'm trying to encourage y'all not only to start being an entrepreneur, but prepare. I really want y'all to prepare, so if you open this up and you open the business, I hope that everything goes well for you. I hope that you have the courage to go, no matter if it's just you, your brother, your fam, like your cousins or whatever, no matter if it's just two, no matter if it's just you, start. Make sure everything is good. Make sure you got your customer service skills ready. Your responsibilities is good. Make sure that you have a plan, and make sure that you're investing. It's all about investing. If you're just making money and you just spending it, what are you really doing? So really invest and take the time to really, just get into it. I really hope that you succeed, and I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. If y'all made it this far, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this. Peace.